Now today we're going to be talking about how Raichi will be the key to winning the game for Munchen against Ubers. And before the match started, Noah had already said that Raichi might be the key to this game. When it came down to dueling in 1v1s, his defensive win rate was the best among the team. He must use his abilities to become the team's heartbeat and defensive anchor. I think Raichi could very well be the key to this game if he can find a way to shut down Baro. Now this is easier said than done because of the duo of Lorenzo and Baro spearheading the offense. Raichi was recently in bluelock volume 23 and usually characters on the cover become a huge factor. We've not seen much of Raichi at all during this game as he could not stop Lorenzo and has not been seen much after that. This game comes down to who can win their duels, and Raichi is already self-proclaimed as the duel master. Raichi's job is to protect the midfield and Asagi and KiiNGKhyy as they fight over the throne. This involves shutting down Uber's offense while Asagi and KiiNGKhyy can defeat Uber's defense. Asagi and KiiNGKhyy are now tied at 1 goal apiece, so they both now have found a way to get past Uber's defense, but they still have not stopped Uber's offensive assault since Baro has scored. Asagi did stop Lorenzo once, but now that Nico and IQ have Metavision, it will not be the same outcome. Raichi cannot allow Lorenzo to get past him like he did in the beginning of the game. I think Raichi will either come on to help KiiNGKhyy duel Lorenzo, or he will help Gagamaru to duel against Baro, or maybe he will even do both. For him to be the key to this game, it focuses on stopping Baro and Lorenzo. He already asked Lorenzo for a duel earlier on, but Lorenzo easily steps past him and does not care for Raichi as his value is 0. Raichi's frustration of Asagi was seen in chapter 205 where he explains how he is upset with Asagi becoming a prize football player when not too long ago he was a weakling on Team Z with him. I don't blame Raichi for his frustrations. He wants to play and showcase his skills to the world as well. He also has the ego of bluelock that wants to become number 1. Raichi is a stamina beast, so he could come in handy towards the end of the game when everyone is tired and losing stamina. He's probably the second best in stamina and bluelock compared to Tokimitsu. He's able to stay at a fast pace for the whole game, and this could be used immensely as the game goes on. Munchen has not really been known for their defense, and adding in Raichi should be the fix they need. Ubers has tactics and game plans for every player in Munchen that has played a game, but they don't have anything on someone like Raichi, who has not played yet, so this could be a factor in this game. Raichi's already proclaimed himself as a duel master, so I want to see if he can live up to that sentiment. We have not seen him in an actual duel as of yet, but he could end up going against Uber's top players to defend the goal. He's supposed to be the team's heartbeat and defensive anchor, so I expect him to talk more during the game and become a vocal leader to stop Uber's assault. Now for Raichi to be the key to this game, the potential duel opponent could very well be Baro. He has the best physicality that can match Baro's size, and he's the best in 1v1 defensive wins. For him to defeat Baro though is no easy task, so how will he be able to stop him? Raichi has a good ability called man marking. With man marking, Raichi is able to effectively man mark another player using his physicality and presence to prevent them from playing the way they want to. Thanks to his abrasive personality, Raichi can make himself a real nuisance to his opponents, which combined with the pressure he puts them under, sometimes even provokes an illegal reaction from them, as demonstrated when he provoked Ryo into fouling him and receiving a yellow card. His man marking ability is so efficient that he was recognized by Noah and asked to become the heart of Munchen's formation. This could be the key to stopping Baro as we have not seen him much since the first selection, but it could be an annoying skill, especially towards the end of the game when everyone is tired and more worn out. For him to stop Baro, he also has to take into account the other players in Ubers who will be assisting Baro to score, like Nico and Sendo. How will Raichi be able to rally Munchen together to create a better defense for them? They are not a very team-like group and they all make decisions for themselves, so I don't know how Raichi can pull this off. We have already seen him be able to help get a loose ball with Asagi and go into a blind spot where Nico cannot see him. He once again allows Asagi to take his moment as he wants to shine on the field more than anyone else. He, just like Baro, also sees Asagi as a light, and he could want to take that light as well and devour it for himself. He already vowed to drag Asagi down and become number 1, so it is plausible. Now another duel opponent for Raichi could be Lorenzo. Raichi has already challenged Lorenzo to a duel, but Lorenzo did not care as he saw no value in him and slips by him. I think in the future matchup, things will be different as Raichi could elevate his skills in this game and be able to stop Lorenzo's offense. Lorenzo is an outstanding player on defense, and for him to be able to do so much on offense as well, poses as a great threat. Raichi will have to be more than prepared once this next wave of Uber's offense comes in. Ubers have played this game tactically from the start, and even though Munchen is up 2-1, it still feels very weird. Ubers are far from your normal team, and they don't really react emotionally or get too invested in things. They're like robots who just go after winning for the sake of the team. KiiNGKhyy has become this game's game changer and has stolen the momentum from Munchen, but it still feels off even though they are winning. I don't count Ubers out and can easily see a counterattack for them that will help them score another goal. Lorenzo is showcasing the versatility of his abilities, and Raichi could be the same as well. He needs to find the right spots for him to take and evolve in this game. Raichi's assignment for this game is to protect KiiNGKhyy and Asagi while they fight over the throne for being king. He needs to crush everyone in the midfield and allow Asagi and KiiNGKhyy to do their thing. Right now he is not doing that, so I wonder what will he do to be able to crush everyone in the midfield. He'll be going against mainly Nico, Lorenzo, Sendo, and Baro as they spearhead the front lines. KiiNGKhyy and Asagi are now split at 1 goal apiece, and I do not see either of them scoring a goal again in this game. That being said, what if Raichi were to take this opportunity to score a goal in this game as well? It could be possible if he wants to shine the most, and if he finds the right timing, he could very well be able to take the shot. We know from his time in bluelock is that he likes to shine, and what better way in doing that than scoring the goal. He wants to crush the midfield and become the dual king, and his defense is what makes him special, but he could become a versatile threat just like Lorenzo. And what are our realistic expectations of Raichi? I've seen many people gas up Raichi to get him in the spotlight, and he is now on a volume cover. So what is our expectations of him? I'm expecting him to do something, but not in a big impact like KiiNGKhyy would. He could be a new defensive outlet that can help stabilize Munchen more and not be so chaotic, but he also is hot-tempered, so maybe he just riles Munchen up even more. He came in as a defensive unit, and I wonder just what Noah seasoned him to call him the key to this game. He obviously chose Raichi for a reason, specifically to play in this Ubers match compared to before. I think it comes down to the 1v1 duels that Noah constantly mentions. The key to winning this game lies in the 1v1 duels, and Raichi could very well be the key to this game. This basically means that Raichi will be the key by winning a duel, but I wonder who will be the duel opponent that he beats to become the key to this game. My bet is on Lorenzo, but it could be someone else. I think Raichi could become the key to this game at the end of the match like KiiNGKhyy was at the end of the Munchen match, and he will start to enforce himself much more. Just how will the shark teeth looking guy become the key to this game? I haven't had any hopes for Raichi ever, and it seems like now more than ever he has started to showcase his frustrations of wanting to play, and I hope he has the abilities to now back it up. He's one of the only few members of Team Z that we have not seen play in the NEL so far, and it makes you think back to the first selection, and they made a pact to continue climbing and making it far to the end of bluelock. Raichi's continuous pursuit so far has been noteworthy, but we need to see more if he wants to be able to fully shine in this high level chess match. As the game goes on, he will be one of the best with full stamina at his side. He will need it to be able to defeat anyone in a duel. The NEL is to show your uniqueness, so now is the time for Raichi to showcase his value and just show how unique he can be. Bluelock continues to evolve and change, and it looks like every player continues to adapt to the NEL and become valuable to the world. This time it is not only by just scoring goals, but by playing a position that complements everyone better than ever. This Ubers match is a showcase of the games in the future and just what a high level defense looks like. KiiNGKhyy and Asagi have been able to score, but those two goals were goals that were not made easy, and Metavision helped shine for them. Everyone continues to improve and or gain secondary weapons to help complement them. It is no easy feat to play in the NEL, and it is almost coming down to the wire for the World Cup. Just how will these last two games play out for the sake of Japan and knowing the weight of being a striker that someone will have to uphold in the future. We will see how everything plans out as the newest chapter, chapter 221 leaks, should be on their way soon enough. Well, I thank you guys for watching the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.